Alrighty, hello YouTubers. Today I'm just going to show you how to make a project in Unreal Engine. It's going to be a blueprint project. I don't want to create any C++ projects as I don't have a lot of experience in C++, but I do have quite a bit of experience in blueprints. So I want to try to make these videos as quick as possible, but this one might be a little longer than I hope to. You'll notice I have two engines installed. I'm also going to show you how to install some of the plugins I talked about in my favorite plugin video. So if you were a little unclear of how to install any of those, I'll go through that. But the engine version, you can use whatever engine version you want to do this. Everything I'm going through is relevant to all the newer engines. 5, if you were planning on releasing a game and not just experimenting with things, I don't recommend using 5. If you're planning on releasing a game, then 4.27 I would say would be the most stable version of Unreal Engine that I know of. I'm going to launch it in 5 just because I'm experimenting with things, and like I said, everything that I'm going to do is relevant to most of the engines, I think from Unreal 3, but I hope no one's using that. I'm just going to go to the Games tab once you launch your launcher and have it installed and everything like that. If you don't have your engine installed, you can add an engine version, and one of these will pop up, and then you can select your engine version. So that's how you do that. I don't recommend. I would just go 4.27. You could do 4.27 Chaos if you wanted to. It just has the Chaos plugin, Chaos Destruction plugin, which is kind of cool, but it was experimental at that time. So I'm going to select first person. I don't really recommend handheld AR or virtual reality until you have some experience in Unreal Engine for a bit. But you can select any of the first 4: vehicle, top down, third person. I'm going to go with first person. I'm going to keep it a blueprint project. I'm not, like I said, I'm not really going to do anything with C++. You can put it anywhere you want. I'm just going to leave mine on the desktop, and I'm going to name it my test project for now. You can leave starter content on. Mobile, you can turn that on if you want. It does compile the project differently, and it does some things in the back end which turns some quality settings down when you when you package your project after. Quality, I'm just going to leave that at maximum, but if you don't have a very good PC, you can go to scalable if you'd like. And I'm going to leave ray tracing off, as I don't need real-time ray tracing. By the way, ray tracing is different than doing like line tracing or path tracing or anything like that. We can still do that inside blueprints. So once you get into your project, you can click your right mouse button and you can pan your camera around or move your camera around. And if you use your WASD keys, you can move your camera around in the direction that you're facing. You'll be in here, you can press play, you can pick up a gun with walking into it, and you can shoot it. So that's all that we have set up there. Now, there is a couple plugins I would like to install. Alright, so to install the plugins, just go to your Epic Games launcher. Let's pull that back up. And if you go to the marketplace, my bad. Hello? Okay. And we search for restart. You'll see a restart Unreal Editor plugin. And you can press install to engine, and it'll give me a message that I can't install it because it's already installed to all my engines, but Just install it to the engine that you made your project in. So if that was 4.27, make it in 4.27. Once you have it installed, go to your Edit tab, Plugins, and you'll see in Installed, you'll have Restart Editor, and you can enable this. Now we're also going to install auto size comments. So if you go back to your Epic Marketplace, I don't know why I closed that, because it takes forever. And when you search for auto size, it should be the first one, auto size comments. And I showed these in my favorites as well. And you can install this to the same engine, the same way you did with the Restart Editor one. And once you have that, enable that as well. And before I restart the editor, we're just going to disable a couple plugins that we don't need. So if you notice the built-in plugins, there's a bunch of them. Go to the Android tab, and we're not going to be making anything mobile. So we're just going to disable all of these. Online subsystem, Google Play. Yeah, we don't need that, because we're actually going to disable that one too. So if you go, after you disable those, scroll down to media players. And in media players, we're going to disable these Android ones as well, and the Apple Movie Player. But keep the, don't disable anything else in here. We're going to use the other media players that they have in here. And a little bit farther down, you'll notice a networking tab. We want to select that, and we'll just disable Iris as well. We don't need that experimental plugin. Also, in the scripting tab, you'll notice editor scripting utilities. Leave this on. Make sure it's on. If it's not on, enable it. If you're using 4.27, it likely won't be enabled. So go ahead and do that. The other one, I don't remember where it is. So just search for Motion. Oh, okay, maybe not. I'll have to figure that out on the next video. But we are going to enable one more, which is called Common UI. Where? Oh, maybe that's why the other one didn't pop up. I'll try searching for Motion again. So Common UI plugin, we want to enable that one, because we're going to use that later. And then we're also going to enable motion warping. Yeah. So make sure that you're selected in the either all plugins or built-in, because I was selected in one of these tabs down here. No wonder it couldn't find it. And we're just going to enable motion warping. And it is a beta version. Just click yes. That's fine. I believe this is available in 4.27 as well. If it's not, I'm sorry. And then just restart your editor. Okay, so when your project loads back up, there's a couple more things I want to show you before I end off the video. If you go to your Edit tab again and open up Editor Preferences, the next videos I do are going to be some level design videos, so I want to enable a couple things. Once you open up your Editor Preferences, go down to the Level Editor in Miscellaneous, and we're going to check on this Move BSP Pivot Offset Automatically. And we're going to check it to True. What it does is, when we start talking about BSPs, it's going to automatically center our pivot point to the center of our object that we make. And I'll show you what it does. Next, go to the Play tab in the Level Editor section as well, and look for where is this here? Oh yes, in Play in New Window, check on Always on Top. You don't need this. You don't need this on. This is a preference of mine, and what it does, I like to play my project in a new editor window. So when you select these three dots by your play settings, it's defaulted to selected viewport. I like it on new editor window, and what that does is it pops up a new window rather than playing over here. And you can't really see what's going on in that window, but I like this because when I'm blueprinting stuff and whenever I hit play, I just like it like this rather than it being skewed to my viewport size over here. And so the last thing is, oh yeah, the reason we wanted to disable a lot of the plugins and stuff like that and clean up our project is if you hover over your project file, you can notice it's pretty small. It's only 704 megabytes, which I believe when you first get it, it's like over a gig. So we clear up a little bit of space even with installing the couple plugins that we did. It's still a really small project. So that's where I'm going to end the video, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.